DJ Blackout.
Yo, man. Welcome to this week's episode of Courtside Radio.
Courtside Radio, baby.
With the starting five, man. We starting a little late, not more than a little late, man. Technical difficulties got the best of us today, but we here, we live, ready to talk to you guys about the best sport in the world, and that's the game of basketball, hoop, man. But it's the point guard, Mike Hill here, Magic Johnson of the show. Always got to keep it going. We kind of shorthanded, so it's just me and Mike, man. Me and, I guess, the MJ of the show.
That works for me, baby. He was my favorite PG.
Hey, you got Magic and MJ. You know it's going to be nice up in here. So we're here to talk to you, and hey, the NBA is moving along really well, and the season, you're seeing a lot of highlights. A lot of dudes been getting dunked on, Mike. I don't know if you've been noticing that.
Bro, I don't understand. You know what? I give people credit for contesting,
yeah,
but there has to be a limit. You have to know what these people are capable of, and they have no limitation on what they want to do to you.
Man, facts. Because yesterday, who was that? Sabonis that caught Embiid. Man, caught him something vicious. I know McCollum embarrassed that boy from the rookie from Villanova. The what they call him, the dude with the bounce, the white kid with the bounce. McCollum made him fall, hit the big shot on him, and dropped like 30 against him, so that was really impressive. But yeah,
he's got a couple bodies.
Yeah, it's too easy for him. Dude be Euro stepping from the 3-point line.
He does. He literally and then still dunks from outside. You like outside the dot still?
Man, and it's like it's amazing. Like this guy can do all this stuff. 6'11", has a chiseled body. That dude is nice, and he got Milwaukee playing. So for you guys who what's up?
Speaking of that, I do want to mention, I can't leave this out. LeBron is not contesting dunks a lot no more. Has anybody been seeing that he's been holding off?
Man, hey,
because he sure has. There's a couple of them. I was like, oh, you the guy. Ooh.
And he watching ESPN too, so he's seeing what's happening to everybody.
Not me, nigga.
He like, I ain't about to get dunked on and embarrassed. I'm in LA now. I gotta go out in these streets. People gonna let me know what's good. He might run it to us, and we gonna let him know, man. Brian, come on, man.
Brian.
You getting embarrassed out there, but yeah. So man, we got some teams that's doing their things early on in the season. Two teams in the East to me standing out are. Of course, Milwaukee, they're playing really well. Giannis he's playing like we thought he was going to be doing last year, and that's why a lot of people said he was going to be MVP. He's showing it this year with this team being 8-2 to start off the season. And then you got, man, those Raptors, 11-1. I told everybody.
You know what? Well, go ahead.
No, I just told everybody with Kawhi, they were going to be a better team. A lot of young guys they had on their team, the two kids that are in the starting lineup, the African kids off the bench. Yeah. Van Fleet, DeLon is out there balling.
Van Fleet is a very consistent role player. That's go ahead.
Yeah, and then you have Kyle Lowry leading the league in assists with 11 a game.
I wanted to tell you that. That's what I was like, bro, 11?
11.
I was like 11. First, it was 11.9 for a minute.
Yeah.
But he is not, he's not selfish, but he's still putting in his work. He's not. You know what? He's playing like the Philly point guard we know. Like, bro, go ahead, get yours. But don't force it.
Yep. And he's balling, man. And they got that huge win with no Kawhi in L.A. where he had 14 assists, which was insane.
That amazed me because I didn't expect that from him. So if I see that he can be a consistent facilitator, I kind of see them going deep, especially Pause.
Hey, you got to watch what you say because you saw how they got, was it Jokic?
Oh.
That said, no homo. And they fined him 25 G's for that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but.
It doesn't, but it does in their terms.
Man, you got to understand the culture. And it's just something that happened. Y'all just got make him apologize.
He said it. So that's what made it funny. They was like, what? No, you can't do it.
Hold up. Hey. That was hilarious, man. I was like, what the hell? I saw that like, damn, okay. He part of the culture, huh? He like, man, I'm going with the move. No homo. I don't want to make sure I say anything that sounds suspect. But those are the two top teams in the East, Toronto, Milwaukee. Both teams
and if you are homosexual, we have no problem with
yeah,
you.
no problem against you, man. It's all love. We hope that you love Hoop and love our show. And then you have on the West, of course, is that team out there, Oakland, that we don't really need to talk much about.
First of all, they're a creative team.
Yeah.
They've had two people that have already. First of all, this is now like a mini competition between themselves on who can drop more in a more efficient way. Like, ain't this about a bitch? Like,
who gonna drop 50 today?
Like Steph and Clay, they both have dropped 50, and it was the same week. Like, how disrespectful are these two? And then KD's like, I'm just going to, he said, I can go sit down now.
Yeah.
He even said it out there. He said, hey,
they're
trash.
They're trash.
They're trash. Take me out.
Let me get up out of here. And it's bad, man. That's why I'm like, dang, every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, I hate KD. Went to Golden State.
Why do you hate it?
I can't hate it.
I love it.
I
love it.
Every time I see, I don't know if you be seeing those posts on IG where they be like, what do you wish happened? D Rose stay healthy, LeBron stays in Cleveland the first time, KD stays with the Thunder, or James Harden stays. I'm always say, man, I wish KD would have stayed, and I wish D Rose would have stayed healthy. And that dude is balling now. What, he had 35 last night?
Yes, he did.
35, and they nearly got the win in L.A., so it was really impressive. And then the Denver Nuggets, man, the Nuggets are playing well. They're well coached. They play a lot like the Spurs. It's not the most exciting basketball. You may not know everyone on their team.
It's efficient, and it's you see the fluidity in their team, like
Facts.
their team game plan.
Yeah.
Like, they want to facilitate the ball, make that extra pass, because we can get open.
Yeah.
And when we're open, we believe in all of y'all to make these shots, especially Murray.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, nice.
First of all, side note, just a quick, not even to like touch on it that much. How do you feel about that, him trying to get 50 and Kyrie hot about it?
Crazy part. I was just about to ask you the same thing, but man, it's a code to the game, man. Scoring 50 is big, so you still have to guard him. You let him score 48. If he want to get 50, he want to get 50. But it's just kind of like rules of the game. If the game is over, it's the last 10 seconds, you usually hold the ball, because if he'd have went to the rack, believe me, someone was putting him on his ass. So it's like, it's the rules of the game, and that's how people respect it. But, hey, he trying to get his 50 points. Scoring 48 points is different from scoring 50 points. So it's like, hey, I want to go and get my career high and make it not 48, but make it 50, 51 points. So I can understand it both ways. But, hey, Kyrie, you guys got to stop him. You can't let that man score 48 points. So it's on them.
You understand? He got mad, and his hands on your knees,
Yeah.
hands on your knees, hands on like what?
Yeah.
You mad at him, and he a young player. But the cold part, I want to look this, like I couldn't remember this. I heard. Like when when I first saw it, I didn't remember. It could have been a 50-point triple-double. That was the whole point of what he was trying to go for.
Jamal Murray, yeah, look that up.
That's why I was like literally looking that up right now. I was like, because that was the effort that he was trying to. He was like, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I wanted to have a
special game.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Not too many times people do that.
Yeah, and it's really impressive, and to do it at home against the Celtics, a lot of people's pick to be in the finals.
I was about to say, on y'all niggas. That was
Yeah, so he like, man, I'm really trying to show out. Everybody talks about you, Kyrie, as one of the top 10 guys. I want to show everyone that, hey, look what I did. I scored 50 against this guy. There's nothing that, you could do against me. I understand the rules of the NBA, or
of course,
the ways of the NBA, how, if a guy has a breakaway or it's the end of the game, you don't really shoot to score, because it's like, hey, game is over. Respect your teammates. But, hey, this is a new league. We all talk about it. It's a new league, new types of players, and guys are really big time on their stats. They see everybody else scoring 50, so he was just like,
why not?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my 50 as well. But, yeah, so those are the top teams of the East and West right now through the first, what has it been, almost a month of the season?
Almost there.
Yeah, almost a month of the season. Golden State and Denver. Golden State, no surprise. Denver, surprise, man. And with Toronto and Milwaukee.
You're surprised by Denver?
Yeah, I didn't think they would be starting off. I know they were going to be a team. They didn't make the playoffs last year, so I knew Sacramento was surprising
Neither
to me
the
too.
Lakers.
Yeah, but Lakers added the best player in the NBA.
But
Is he still the best player in the NBA?
I didn't say he was the best player last year.
Oh, see,
I'm
I don't think we're gonna get to that, but I think it's different. We probably gonna get a call from Danny as well.
KD.
What about Steph?
Danny, hear me. KD.
Hey, Danny is about to be blowing us up real soon, but
I don't give a.
So those are the top 4 teams right now. You have Portland is close, 8-3. You got Boston there, right there, 6-4. Philly starting to pick it up. I can't believe the struggles of the Rockets, who are down 22 right now.
Bro, I don't get what's missing. They added. First of all, you know what's the hilarious part about this? Melo's a horrible. Coming into the season, what was the stigma? Melo's a horrible player for the Rockets, or horrible, team for him to go to. Guess what? He's having a great season.
Yeah, I know he's playing
having
well.
a great season. So it's not Melo.
They just lost their swagger and toughness, and I guess people knew more about that whole situation than we knew, because losing Ariza and Bahamute, they're just not playing with that type of toughness and defense that you need to be a championship team and to look the way that they did last year. It's still a long season ahead. They can get, adjusted to all the players. Chris Paul missed games because of injuries. Because of suspension. James Harden missed games because of injuries. So I think they will get it together. Speaking of that man, here we go. Yo, what's up? This is Courtside Radio with the starting 5. Call us, state your name.
Yeah, nowhere close to that triple double.
It sounds like you guys are tripping over there.
It sounds.
Oh, who is this, man? We don't know this voice. What's up? State your name, sir.
This sounds like Is this a Backpage VIP? Hello.
This is the one and only Somerville, the Big Easy, stepping into the
Backpage creator,
having to educate. My 2 brothers talking about KD. I'm confused.
How?
So I will give y'all that LeBron James is not playing as the best player right now in the NBA.
Oh,
I will give y'all that.
I like that, man. Danny is finally.
All right, caller. Thank you for that comment. Thank you so much. That's all we need to hear. All right, bye.
But
lines are closed.
I do believe
that you should stand by that statement.
20 games. You say
that you should stand by that statement, but now go ahead.
Well, I do believe by the last 20 games of the NBA season, LeBron James will be back to his regular form. But I think the best player right now in the NBA, honestly, is one of 2 players. It's either Damian Lillard or Steph Curry.
What about Kawhi?
Right now.
Kawhi got the best record in the league.
I would say Kawhi. The only reason why I feel like it's kind of etched is because he hasn't played in like 4 games.
Yeah, so I just think that he plays for Dame and Steph. They're having amazing beginnings, but for Steph, it's easy. His team, he has so much around him, but he doesn't play the other side of the floor, and that's why I like Kawhi and Anthony Davis.
The passing lanes count.
Man, because Draymond tipped the ball, and he scoops it up and gets a steal.
Allen Iverson, they said he can play defense. He locked niggas up, but he played the passing lanes, man.
Allen Iverson he played the passing lane. He played the passing lane.
AI had lockups.
But can't you say that this is like, to me, this is like Steph Curry's most. It's not that he's more efficient, but I don't know. It seems like I feel like he's trying right now.
He just knows that they can't lose. He like we can't lose. I have too much on my team, so I can do whatever, and that's how he's playing.
I understand both of you on that, but I feel like it's not that it's not that he's trying. He's being more efficient with his higher pace of shots. Like he's more comfortable like taking more volume of shots because that's what he's grown accustomed to. But now he's getting efficient with it, and it's just like he's just honing that. Like when you're
something, because I'm watching them and I'm just sitting here. I'm low key. Like I was watching the game the other day and I was sitting there confused. I'm like, honestly, this is off the air. I'm sitting here like, how the fuck can anybody beat them? Like,
yeah,
I really was like, I don't understand.
He's looking at the rim and saying, "I'm gonna splash this in your face off a curl, hezzy, tween, pull up."
Because you have to realize, he's doing everything, but you have to realize. You can't put your best defender on him because they have to guard KD. Yeah. You can't help off of Clay. Draymond is playing the point guard, so he's getting these guys the ball. So all he's doing is catching, shooting. They already know that everybody in the league fears us. When they play us, they try to play like us, so a lot of long rebounds lead to more threes for us. So, hey, we just coming out here. We already won 3 of the last 4, 2 straight. You know, we're the favorites. Man, we just out here having fun and trying to get stats and get checks.
Because people try to match how they play, and that doesn't work for you.
No, it don't work.
You try to out Golden State, and they're going to look at you and laugh like they do.
Man, I heard Steve Kerr talking about that.
I like what you said earlier, Mike, too. It's basically like they finally figure out what they have to do, and that's like basically they compete against themselves, like each other, because it's like there's no competition on the floor. So it's like, all right, look, I'm gonna ball out tonight, and I bet you can't outdo me.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's kind of seeming like.
That's what it's looking
honestly,
like.
McKinney is balling.
Yes.
Like they found a little gem. In him. That's like, to me, that was like a baby Harrison Barnes right there. So
they got a couple of those on the bench though. That's the cold part.
McGee
really come in and put work, and he plays defense.
My Lakers.
Yeah,
I do too.
But I'm just like,
if Josh Hart keeps his wet shot, I don't know what to do. If he needs to, you know it. I believe in us.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so I got a question then.
Yeah.
Because I was having this conversation earlier with myself, but I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, honestly, AD is not really showing up how I thought he would. The first few games was good, but they wasn't even really compared to last year. Like, he hasn't shown up like how I thought he would show up this year with losing DeMarcus and trying to re-identify his team, losing, you know what I'm saying, Rondo, like, and this really kind of being his team. To me, I feel like he took a step back a little bit. I don't know if y'all see the same thing or what.
No, them as a team, they kind of like struggled these last few games. Like, if you remember, they started off 4-0, and then I believe they lost 6 straight games in a row. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, man, people caught on to them, so they're in that period of making an adjustment again. And yeah, AD's numbers, you know, he's still doing enough, and he's balling out. But man, everything is based off of winning. He's only averaging 24 points, which, you know, he said he was going to try to lead the league. Yeah, in scoring, 12 rebounds.
Where do you see him at? Easily, where do you see? Because to me, I was saying I could see him this year. I felt like he should have been like the 35 and 15 type of dude.
Man, Shaq ain't never averaged
that.
But because I'm saying with this,
and he's trying to.
No one can guard AD, so he should be going to the free throw line at least 15 times.
Well, he's
good enough.
They haven't changed the rule for the weed that you're smoking, apparently. Because this is some what?
Yeah, 35 and 15.
This nigga's over here. He's better than Hakeem. He's better than Shaq.
Man, that ain't easy.
What the heck?
And what it is that, man, he is like he's shooting a lot of jumpers, and it shows this summer that he didn't work on really post moves. Everything is like he faces up.
First of all, I'm going to give a free shout out. Shout out Dribble Too Much. That's exactly who he worked out as his ball handling coach. And
and
boy, AD, KD, they go to him to dribble.
Yeah, he was working on the wrong part of his game. So guys are like, and plus people are helping off of him more. They'll go send a double, so that's why Meritic is averaging like 20 points a game. Julius is averaging like 16.
First of all, y'all love Julius, and y'all was like, oh, let's keep Julius. I didn't want Julius. He can do this with another team. That's good.
Yeah,
he can't do it all season.
Yeah, he's been balling though. But Danny, hey, give us a call back in a few. We're gonna talk these Lakers. Yeah. And we want to see what you think about it. I got a lot to
say about the Lakers.
All right, for sure.
I got a lot of questions. More so questions.
The phone.
Questions? All right, man.
Working.
So call us. Give us about 10 minutes, man.
All
right. Yeah. So, man, just a lot of good basketball going on. You know, it's I enjoy watching it. So we can save the Lakers for last. Let's go to we'll go to Melo Ball, man. If you don't know, Melo Ball is back in the States. He's not in Lithuania anymore. He's out here to play high school basketball. He's playing in Ohio.
Yes, that's the crazy part. With first of all, a huge little stick man.
Yeah, with the stick man who's a giant. And, you know, he's back out here to play. He's going to be out here. I'm trying to get this high school at Spire Institute in Geneva, Ohio. He's going to be a point guard there, and he's going to play ball. He's back in the States. I want to see how him receiving money for shoes and stuff, how is that going to affect his college eligibility to see if he's going to be able to play in college. But I'm pretty sure LeVar knows what he's doing. He's going to be able to play. But, yeah, Mike, what you feel about LaMelo being back out here in the States playing high school ball?
I feel like that's a great thing for him, like personally. Like, not just he said, oh, I want to finish my senior season here, you know, back home. Like, not technically home, but like in the States, literally.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wanted to graduate and hoop.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what, you know, you missed a big step. Like, you went out and ventured. I understand that, but that's what your family does. Like, your family, you were brought in today. Like, if you, like he said, he wanted to stay and play, you know, high school, like, basketball, but, you know, LeVar said, hey, guess what?
We got another plan.
Yeah, we got this money to get, so, you know, you trying to get it or not.
Yeah, I wish he would have stayed. I always felt that he needed to stay at Chino just so he can carry on that ball legacy left by Alonzo and Jello, and so that once they left, he would have been able to prove to everyone, look, I can do it and win without them. So for colleges and more so for the NBA teams, they can know, look at this guy. He can be a leader, lead his own team, and win without being in his brother's shadow. But he kind of followed with Jello and with his dad, and he was in their shadow while he was playing. Now he's out here. I hope LeVar kind of gives him his peace and let him do what he do as a 17-year-old that's trying to go and play in college or the G League maybe next year, to just let him ball out and play and learn different things alone. So when he go to the NBA, when something happens like LeVar with the Lakers where they kind of say, hey, shut up, we don't need you talking, that he can handle his own and carry his own.
But I feel like you missing one point. He had to go over there because they couldn't, to get the family name, and, you know, Jello's whole incident, that died down when they just started hooping.
Yeah,
so
true.
You didn't hear nothing from LeVar, but LaMelo had to go with Jello because Jello would have been too much of a focal point.
Mm-hmm.
If they're like, oh, what did he do? How many steals did he get this game?
Yeah, true.
Like, it'll be like random dumb shit, but it was like, that's one for me. But they had to do that as a family. So you got to think about it. Like, it was like, if we're gonna get out there, we both gonna get you out there, and you're gonna at least get your game shown on TV. You're gonna get publicized. You're gonna be a polarizing figure. You know, the USA kid who can get buckets and shoot from anywhere. And you grew and you still got your handle.
Yeah. So it's good he's going to be out here to play against American kids. He's going to be able to, you know, kind of be a leader of a team, because when he gets to that school in Ohio, everyone's going to know him and say, oh, man, we got LaMelo on our team. So he's going to kind of be able to lead. I'm not sure who they play against exactly there at that school. I'm not sure if it's like an IMG or anything like that.
I believe that he is going to be rough. Like, we just think about the basketball aspect, but you got to think about him having a TV show and being back in high school.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I don't think it's not going to affect his game as much, but it will affect how he approaches the game.
Yeah.
So if he wants to take it to the next level, he can. But if he doesn't, and we see that, like, no progression, you can see it through whatever little TV show or whatever, and you're like, oh, well, makes sense. He was BSing with this and doing that and crashing Lambos. And
yeah. Wildin'. Yeah. Hey, so that's actually, I'm looking it up, and I believe that school is like an Olympic training center type school. So it's based on sports. So, you know, they're going to work with him and getting better. And I wish he would have came back to Cali and played. It would have been big, but I guess they wanted to send him somewhere more low-key where, you know, Ohio, it's not too much going on there, especially in Geneva, Ohio. I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, I know that Ohio is more for, like, football.
Yeah, so he gets, other than LeBron, so he gets to kind of be more, you know, somewhere low-key, because if he was in L.A., man, it would have been crazy. Imagine him going, LaMelo at Westchester High School.
He couldn't have. The Westchester, are they ranked right now?
They always top 25 in the state, but just imagine the attention.
Bet $1 right now.
Bet $1.
Bet $1.
Yeah, they always top 20. I'm about to take
top 25
in the state.
Oh no, see,
it's not in the country.
Nah, man.
They're not top 25
Well,
in the country.
Well, he doesn't need to go there.
But I think he needs to play somewhere where he kind of like, we know for sure you're the best player. Let's see you lead us.
Is the school he's going to ranked in the nation?
I'm not sure. I've never heard of that high school.
Because I only seen Big Stick Man. And
I know.
I'm mad that I saw his name, and I don't want to call him by his name. I'm about to go look that up.
Yeah. Look up that kid's name. Yeah. Look up that high school so we can bring it back up. But yeah, so LaMelo Ball is back in the States. He's out here to ball and play, and try to prove himself and try to get from under that, I guess cloud that his dad kind of created with taking him to Lithuania, pulling him out of Chino Hills. So, hey, let's see how it goes. I'm wishing well for him. I think that he has a chance to be an NBA player if his ego was corrected. But let's see what Mike found out, man.
He's a 7'7" freshman.
7'7" freshman. Wow. He clearly has a growing disease. That's crazy. That's insane, man.
What?
But 7'7". Tell us about him. Hey, if you guys haven't seen him, go look him up.
He's a specialist, apparently.
I saw him shooting. He looked like a praying mantis playing basketball. Imagine an overgrown praying mantis hooping. That's what he looked like.
Robert Bobrovsky.
Robert Bobrovsky. Make sure you guys go look up.
Bo
Browski. So go look this guy up, man. It's gonna freak you out. It's creepy, but that's who LaMelo is gonna be playing with there in Ohio, man. I want to see one of their games now because I just can't envision that dude running up and down the court playing.
7'7"
at a ninth grader. Can you imagine that?
I could picture a big lurch looking. You know what?
Man, you probably hit him with one hit in his stomach. He throwing up everything he ate in life. That's the crazy part. Hey, but to move on from there, so LaMelo Ball, make sure you guys check him out, follow him this year, see what he does. Once again, you're tuning in to Courtside Radio with the starting five. We real short-handed today. We called this episode the Give and Go, so I'm guessing we the Stockton and Malone of the show as well. Ooh. I'm throwing the dimes and Mike getting the bucket. So thank you guys for tuning in to us. We're going to move on to that massacre that occurred on the first day of college basketball.
Oh, my God.
And that was Duke versus Kentucky, man. Duke, if you don't know, Duke destroyed Kentucky. It was quite embarrassing for a team that was, Mike, you said they were ranked. No, Kentucky was ranked number 2
before the game.
And Duke was number 4. They were the number 4 team.
Listen to us.
And it was a classic, what they call an ass whooping. You know that whooping that you will get when you do the most and your mom has to come up to school and take care of you in front of everybody.
Took off for work for this ass whooping.
Yeah, it was that type of ass whooping. The final score was 118-84.
But can I tell you something?
Let me listen. 2
players broke the Duke freshman come out game. Look, for your debut game.
Yeah.
They on the same game, they both broke it.
So who we're talking about is the number 1 recruit, R.J. Barrett from Canada, who scored 33 points.
His goddaddy,
6 assists, 4 rebounds. The guy pops is Steve Nash. And then you had the guy that everybody was waiting to see, Zion Williamson, scored 28 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. They both beat what Michael was talking about, Marvin Bagley's record for a freshman debut for 25. The University of Duke, who had, I believe, 25 points. Yep. So, man, it was a great performance. We were talking about this before we got on air today, that they're the Golden State of the NCAA. Like, they're the college version of the Golden State Warriors. You have Barrett, number 1 recruit, Zion Williamson, number 2, Cam Reddish, the 6'9", poor man's T-Mac to me, who was a top 5 recruit. Trey Jones, a top 30. And then you have Bolden, a returning player, man. So,
but do you understand that between 3 – okay, we'll put 4 in there. But I was like, between their top 3 players, they had 84 points.
Yeah.
Do you understand that Kentucky had
84 points? And they don't have scrubs. They got some ballers out there.
They had 89.
No, it was 118-84.
84, okay. So, that's what they said when the third, when they added, there was one, their fourth leading scorer added to make 89 or something like that for them, for their freshmen.
Yeah.
So
they actually, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, and Zion Williamson combined for 83. So they were 1 point off of tying Kentucky by themselves. Then you add in the other talent that they have, and man, these guys, they smacked them. It was embarrassing on national TV, but just to see Duke, man, seeing Duke, I know how the college season goes. Sometimes you can have slip-ups. So that's why I see Duke losing no more than 2 games, if that. If they were to go undefeated, I could clearly see it just because they're going to make this a track meet. They're going to be up and down the court.
But do you understand that this is what they wanted to show people? That was like, well, when we came together, it wasn't going to be about who's going to be the man. It was like, well, who is going to stop us as a team? But you got to think about this. They dominated one of the second best team in the nation. They dominated them.
From the jump.
I'm talking about literally said, whoever gets the ball, whoever gets the rebound, push it. Everybody else, we got it.
Yeah,
look, run and we got you.
Yeah.
And that's literally what happened.
Yeah, they combined for 22 assists. So they were, of their 43 makes, 22 assists. They made 12 threes, nearly 50% shooting the 3 ball. And, man, it was just, destruction. So what I want to talk about with that, we know they're going to win a lot of games. It's going to be a bunch of highlights out there in Cameron Indoor in the ACC this year with Duke. We talked about it a little bit, too, earlier before we got on air, is the competitiveness of it. Because, if you guys, you guys listen to us, I always talk about I want to see competitive basketball. I didn't like LeBron going to the Heat because he joined Wade and Bosh. And that pretty much depleted the East at that time to where it was just Heat, Boston. So, the Heat had their chance.
Balls.
And then, what happened?
Nothing, go ahead.
And then you have Golden State now. We see what they're doing to the league. And now you have Duke with 3 of the top forwards in high school coming to this one team. In the first game against the number 2 team, Kentucky, they beat them by 30 points, 34 points. So do you like that? Like, for me, I don't like it. I wish imagine if Zion was at UNC or RJ Barrett's at Duke. You have Cam Reddish, he goes to another
Kansas or something.
Yeah, Kansas or something. So it's like, damn, these 3 guys have a chance to meet up. You got Romeo Langford, he stayed home to play at Indiana. So you would have had more teams with these top name guys, but with them all on the same team, it's like you only expect them to destroy everybody.
Wait a minute. Isn't this what everybody said Kentucky was known for?
But
Calipari brought this to college basketball.
Yeah,
so
LeBron started.
Now that Coach K got some kids that actually said they want to get coached by who was supposed to be the best coach in the world.
Yeah.
Why not? So you mad? So you big mad right now.
Man, mad.
But you know what? This if you didn't see the elation on all of their faces when anyone scored, made a big play, they were happy for each other. So you got to look at it in the same. No,
they're enjoying it.
That's what I'm saying. You got to look at it in the same sense of it was competition between themselves.
Yeah,
because RJ Barrett and Zion, they weren't being selfish, but they was like, you could see it. It was like, okay, what you gonna do next? Let me see, because I'm about to put on a show right now.
Yeah, you don't know.
So literally, it was like 1 and 2, because you could see because I saw it was 2 minutes left in the game. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. It was around 4 minutes left in the game. Zion actually had more points than RJ going. It was 26. He had 26. Zion, that is.
Yeah.
And RJ had 25. Yeah. I'm sitting there in my mind. I'm looking at I'm like, oh. So Zion gonna get a couple more. He gonna break. He gonna be the one to keep the record. You know, like he gonna have it. Then RJ said, "I need to get this fast break bucket and one.
Keep getting buckets.
Foul. Give me that. And I was like, okay. I was like, I like where this is going, because Zion, you see, he didn't back off, but he said he gave it to him. Like, he was like, here, go ahead, and if I get it back, we good. If you miss, I'm there for the TJ. So whatever's next, we about to make a good play. And I was like, I like that. You can see where Coach K is already getting their mindset on how to take not just take over a game, but take the game as it comes.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it, because it's early and they only gonna get better.
The question that I have is, as an NBA scout, with these guys playing together, it's making the game much easier, right?
It can, yes.
Yeah, so to me, I think that it's making the game much easier for these guys. So are you really able to see that, okay, I can make Zion my franchise player. He can carry my team because with Duke, he like him, RJ, Cam Reddish, they don't have to carry it because, man, RJ could have had a bad game. Say if RJ had
Like 16.
15 points, so you take away nearly 20 points.
I try to give him 60.
You could take away, you could take away 20. They still win, by a comfortable margin. It'd have been what 98-84. So it's like you kind of like the Warriors. You can have a bad game and it's nothing about it. But next year when those three guys are in the NBA, it's going to be it's going to be them by themselves. You might have one of them going to Atlanta. Yeah, you have Trey Jones there, but he isn't one of the top, 5 players playing in the NBA right now. And another guy might have to go to, what's another terrible team?
What's it called? Cleveland right now.
Yeah, Cleveland. Somebody
Again.
you have to go and carry Cleveland. You're not going to play with anybody good. So it's like it's going to be a different.
It depends. What if one of them goes to the Thunder?
Yeah, but Thunder aren't going to have a. Thunder's been on like a 7-game win streak, so they're.
No. It's the Thunder. How's the season going to end?
No, the Thunder they're going to be a playoff team, so I think they're going to be good. But if you go to Cleveland, bro, and you Zion or RJ Barrett by yourself, it's a different feeling because when you show up in that Duke game, it's like I'm good because I got these guys. Just like how Steph is comfortable because he's like, when I get on the court, I'm good. I can have 15 points. Clay might have 30. KD might have 30. Draymond might have a triple-double. Then the rest of our guys add up. Boom, that's a win. All right, but when you show up kind of like LeBron with Cleveland last year, Lakers this year, if LeBron scores 15 points, most likely what? It's a Laker loss.
Yeah.
So it's a different type of pressure. So I wonder how the NBA scouts look at that because it's like, can I trust this guy to lead my team? I'm not sure if he can do it. But if you go to – if one of like – reason why Alonzo went number 2, he went to UCLA. He was pretty much the only guy. He didn't really have a top 20, top 30 recruit with him on that team. So you saw them winning and him bringing that excitement. So you knew, okay, Lakers was like, okay, he can lead our team and bring some type of excitement to us. So that's what they based it off of. So I wonder how the scouts, other than seeing their talent, which they're amazing players, and together they're very dominant, I want to see how it looks for NBA scouts when they have to decide, like, can I trust in Zion? He shot 1-3, made 1-3 yesterday. He doesn't really have to do much of that because Cam Reddish, Trey Jones, and RJ Barrett can shoot the threes. And the question I have for you, Mike, is for everybody out there, I want you guys to make sure you look at our IG page. We might have a little video up just so you guys can tell us who would you choose as the better player if you were an NBA team and you had the first pick today. Who would you choose? I will go RJ.
Run the question back.
The question is, he just had Obama just called Mike and wanted to say
And
what's
told me
up
my
to
son
him.
standing on his own.
Yeah, he's standing up on his own, man. So that's he's getting ready. When we gonna start training? We gotta get him to the league, man.
We're gonna be boxing and hooping.
Boxing and hoops. So he gonna be
Wifey don't want to play football, so I guess we're gonna have to finesse that.
all right. So he gonna be Floyd Bryant. We call him Little Floyd Bryant, Little Mayweather, a little bit of Kobe in him. So the question was, Mike, was who would you choose today, Zion or RJ Barrett?
To run my team.
Yeah, if you had a friend, you were the Cleveland Cavaliers, first pick of the draft. Who are you taking, Zion or RJ Barrett today?
Well, Mr. RJ Barrett is compared to James Harden all the time. I see it, but no, I don't really see it. I see why he's a scorer, but who can facilitate, blase.
Yeah.
I'm taking the 6'8" cat who's 285 with a 45-inch vertical. I'm not letting that go.
Man.
I'm like the NFL, like defensive end. He's he's a physical specimen. Come here, get him. Draft that one.
He's a rare. I like RJ, man.
I'm
RJ
mad that
all.
makes me think of something that hurt very deep down in a very
What did it make you think
in
about?
an ancestral way. Look the biggest, strongest
Negro out there.
I was like, wait, I feel bad. Wait, this sound
like slavery.
I had a Cat Williams moment. This
man.
I felt like I felt this before.
Hey, believe me, them NBA teams, how they line them up, man. Let's see who we gonna get. Let's get that big 6'7" guy that's jumping, running like that. But so
Let's
you
get
take
Nicholas Smiley,
man
6'8" wing player, instant bucket.
I like RJ, man. I just think he can shoot it. He can dribble. He can. Day one, he's gonna be able to come in and to be your face. Where Zion still is gonna have to develop a lot of parts of his games. But as you know, man, we're based in Los Angeles, California, the most beautiful city in the world. So we have to talk about that great team in purple and gold that will eventually win a championship with LeBron James.
In the next 2 seasons,
in the next
one.
2 or 3 years. So
2.
the Lakers are 5-6, 2-game winning streak.
Yes.
2-game winning streak.
We got Minnesota back.
All the games are close games, but the Lakers are, they're looking better. Their struggles are on the defensive end. They really have to get that together. Coach Walton has to get it together. I like the pickup of Tyson Chandler.
Yes, I love that. I love it.
Because when you watch the games, the Lakers' problem was once they subbed out McGee, it was just floodgates to the rim. And like you said earlier, LeBron ain't really trying to get posterized, so
he's not contesting all them dunks anymore.
Man, to me, he's looking like he's not playing with the same type of passion he did for that run he did with Cleveland. But, it's the beginning of the year, so he's trying to, fill it out and give these guys an opportunity to step up, and we need them to step up. Right now, Ingram is pretty much at the same level that he was last year, 16 a game.
And the season before.
Yeah, so he's at 16 a game. Kuzma is averaging about 19 points.
Kuzma's getting better.
Yeah.
But we know what we can get out of Kuzma now.
True. Yeah.
It's just we're seeing Lonzo shoot more efficiently. First of all, he's over 40% from the field and the 3-point line. I'm liking to see that.
Yeah.
He's may I even say he's being more aggressive?
He's
taking
but
the shots that he gave up. He was passive on.
I wish that he would be more aggressive going to the rim.
More. That's all I'm about to say. He needs driving aggressiveness.
Yeah, we need that. We good that your shooting is better. The Lakers are only the 10th seed, tied in 9th actually with Utah and New Orleans. But it's early in the year; they're gonna get to it. So
Utah's
I'm not
better than us right now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. With the roster, there's 2 things I wanted to talk to you about that I felt were interesting. First was after 5 or 10 more games, if we still going back and forth with the Lakers, I heard Stephen A. Smith talk about a trade that I was like, man, maybe the Lakers will see about it. He was saying that maybe the Lakers can trade Ingram and something else without giving up Kuzma or Hart or maybe even Lonzo for Bradley Beal to give them that shooting that they do need that will a 20-point scorer next to LeBron and someone that can knock down a 3. And another thing I was thinking was, man, Lakers have to trade either Lonzo or Rondo because to me they're the same player. So it's like
Rondo's making a lot of dumb decisions. I want Rondo out of there soon. I want Rondo not this season, but I want Rondo. If I want to see playoff Rondo with the Lakers. If playoff Rondo do stupid stuff like he's doing.
But the thing is, I don't think we have Lonzo who does a lot of things that he does as far as rebounding as a point guard.
That's why I want him.
And dishing it out. So it's like I just feel that you have to trade one of them because we need more shooting, and we don't need 2 players that are exactly the same player, pretty much.
Let's go, Clay. Let's go, Clay. What? Let's go.
That'll be next year.
Here. Let's go.
We could probably trade for a piece of this, but see, Lakers might just be like, let's play it out, and
we're gonna play it out and get whoever we got cash next season. We're not doing this. We already signed.
They can't keep Rondo and Lonzo together because they're the same player.
If we get Clay, we ain't gonna have to keep Rondo. We're gonna give them to. Go ahead, Golden State. Go ahead, sit Steph a little bit, right? Yeah.
We might even give them Ingram, but. I think that if the Lakers really want to win this year for Luke Walton, this may be your last year.
Ingram might fire on somebody for the squad. So
he a real one. Yeah, I know. I like Ingram because he's willing to fight. But I think that for Luke Walton to finish out this year, that he is going to, he wants to win because after this year it can be it. So if you can trade either Lonzo or Rondo, I think the Lakers have to make that move to get more shooting, and so that. Here's the guy named Danny. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, what's up, Danny? We're talking about the Lakers.
Hello.
So I don't know if you heard the two things Stephen A. brought up. If things doesn't work out in 10, 15 games, to try to go get Bradley Beal, get Ingram out of there. Yeah. And I brought up that Lonzo, Rondo are the same guy, and we have to get rid of one of them just so our bench can have more shooting, and so we won't have two of the same player on the team.
Give up Rondo.
What you think?
Yeah. So I had wrote it down. So I'll go with what you said first as far as the trade part. The idea is intriguing. I'm not going to lie. It is interesting. We would gain a better shooter.
Instantly.
My only problem to that would be Bradley Beal is inconsistent. He's a better scorer, but he is inconsistent still in himself.
But remember, playing with LeBron will help.
It will. But then I'm thinking, if that's the case, if it's going to help, I'd rather it help and it be Brandon Ingram, who is only 21, who I think has a greater ceiling, or can at least be the same player that Bradley Beal is. And he has that possibility to be a better defender. He's longer, so that way he can be better in the passing lane, be better at blocking shots than Bradley Beal. And who knows what type of culture or attitude or work ethic Bradley Beal will bring over to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh, with LeBron, you have to come in and work. I'm just with
LeBron
Ingram.
Get you fired or traded.
Yeah, with Ingram and his shooting hurts sometimes because he's open for threes and he just can't knock them down.
He shoots very slow. Am I the only one that catches that?
No, he shoots slow, but
if it's not off the dribble, it shoots. Yeah, if it's not off the dribble, it's like an extra slow. He's like he has to think about his set shot.
So when Stephen A. brought that up,
his shot is definitely slow.
Yeah, when Stephen A. brought that up, I was just like, oh, that would be nice because he's a true shooting guard.
And then my other thing to that is, I think what the Lakers' problem not be as far as scoring. I think obviously it would help if we can knock down threes. But if we get one person that can shoot threes, that's not going to be the end-all, be-all clutch tripping factor, in my opinion.
Unless we get Clay who plays defense.
Our game works. We should honestly, in my opinion. Well, I'll get to that part later, but I think we should take less threes. But I'll stick to what you're saying. So yeah.
Yeah, true. I think that too.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I think it's intriguing. I don't know if they should do it only because, like you guys said, we can dump the salaries at the end of next year, and then if he's available, why not push him for some money and be able to keep what we really wanted versus having to trade two pieces or possibly three pieces.
Yeah.
We may be able to get him at the end of the year. So it may be worth the risk and just kind of holding out if they continue to be bad, because I don't think that the Wizards are smart enough to try to do a trade.
The Wizards aren't good
unless
enough.
Unless somebody offers, I see them playing out the year basically.
Yeah. What do you feel about the Rondo ball?
The Lonzo, honestly, at first I was thinking the inconsistencies that they have is because they play different amount of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think you don't think they're the same
player for the team morale, like the way he brings people together, the way he's actually getting LeBron James to come in on the huddles now, which didn't happen the first few games.
Yeah.
Like the way he's able to kind of be the leader, that part of Lonzo's game is just literally not there. But on the flip side, Lonzo's defense is crazy.
I wonder if he hears
the way he was stealing that ball from Derrick Rose yesterday was just he was like taking the ball from like he was a kid.
So does that take away from Rondo being a
Yeah, but that's why I think that you keep Lonzo, because Lonzo has potential. He's young, he can shoot it better, and that's why I think you find a way to get rid of Rondo to bring in some type of shooting, and then that can kind of balance it out to where now you don't really trip on Ingram. Because they have shooting, they have Lonzo's knocking them down. You have Hart, you have Kuzma, LeBron. Ingram can make them here and there. It's just if you can add one more shooter, and pretty much we don't really need a backup point guard because Lance Stevenson can play.
First of all, Lance Stevenson is a damn point guard. He's just tall. He's just a big nigga.
Yeah, he's a point guard. He's born ready.
I think the conversation to me, if I'm Magic and if I'm Luke, I'm sitting down trying to decide. Honestly, if it was me, I'm not trading Lonzo or Rondo. And the reason why I'm not going to trade them is because, they are the same player. But I think there's going to be times like how it is now where they're going to have an off day. And when they have an off day, next man up. That's what seems like is going on. Like, Lonzo's not doing hot. He put Rondo in, Rondo go to work. Lonzo doing good. Rondo come in. He kind of just be the relief man for a little bit, and then he go back to being out.
Yeah, I think that this year is the experiment year, though. I think if you want to have Lonzo in these games and say, well, you got to show us something or we got to move on. That's why you need to put that pressure on him. If you just having him, oh, you're not playing good, let's go Rondo, you're kind of like you're taking away his confidence, and then you're not putting him in those pressured situations to see if he can be that guy. So that's why I was thinking
that he has to, if he's smart, well, not saying if he's smart, but I guess it's easier from the outside looking in, and I don't know how the conversations work between the general manager, the coach, specifically Lou, which that's what my questions are about for you guys. And then, of course, Lonzo and the players and whatnot. My thing is this. I'm looking at it from a spectrum of we're 5-6 right now. We know we want to win a championship within the next 3 years. We want to win it now, but I'm just saying we want to win. We want to have a championship. We want LeBron to be able to give us 1 or 2 championships. So that means the leadership qualities have to elevate: shooting, defense, rebound. All that stuff can be worked on. Yep. But what you can't change is the player's appetite. And I think the appetite that Rondo has, Lonzo needs to figure out how to get. And I think it's kind of like you don't get rid of Rondo until you make sure that Lonzo can provide that, because it's not even as much as his lack of shooting as bad, because Rondo is making his open threes when he shoots them in the right moment. But it's kind of like I feel as though Lonzo is not going to be able to provide that edge that Rondo has. And that's the difference between the two players right now to me.
Man,
honestly, that's the difference.
LeBron is our leader. He should be the one bringing the edge, and he's going to get to it, I believe, unless he just lost his abilities.
That's just like with Draymond. Draymond is not the best player on the team, but he's the one that brings the edge and the well-roundedness of the team.
True. Kuzma kind of brings.
Tyson Chandler could bring some
edge.
edge.
Tyson, McGee, and
but that's what I'm
Kuz
looking at Rondo as. I'm looking at Rondo as that player. Not necessarily the greatest player at all, but his IQ mixed with his aggression is pulling teams together. And LeBron can kind of sit back and focus on, what he said, kind of, because that's what it looks like right now. It looks like Rondo's running the team when he's in, and LeBron is like, yes, that, like, and he just kind of following suit, which is fine if it's working or whatever.
LeBron respects Rondo's basketball IQ
I already told you,
from
LeBron,
watching him.
LeBron head is in Hollywood, so he ain't even thinking about the game. He's like, damn, what movie I'm gonna make now?
He's not worried about this year.
Did they make pasta tonight?
Yeah.
And that's
my vino.
It was funny when you said that, Mike, earlier, when you was talking about him not getting away with no dunks. He's not trying to mess up no body parts.
Nah,
he's
man.
trying to stay looking good.
He's
34 years old too, so
we don't know what movies he be doing after these games.
Hey, Danny, we about to wrap it up, man. So we
wrap it up, box.
We'll hear from you.
I got a question for y'all first.
All right.
I got a question for y'all. Okay, so Luke Walton.
It doesn't matter what your question. No, just play. Go ahead.
Luke Walton is. I think Luke Walton should be the coach of the Lakers.
Get the question, man.
Obviously, we heard what the stuff about Magic Johnson said,
question,
whatever, but that's true to believe for anyone.
Yeah.
So my question goes as follows: do you feel as though Luke Walton is doing the right coaching outside of the game? Obviously, in the game, he's fucking up with his situations. To me, he just is. He's not doing the rotations right. He's putting wrong people in when they shouldn't be in.
You said outside of the game?
On that. But, yeah, outside. So I'm talking about whether it's training, whether it's talking to players, whether it's calling them up. Like, those things, I think Luke Walton is just coaching during the game. Like, he's not.
Yeah, but as far as training and
game,
I don't know
with them individually.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing as far as practicing and all that stuff, and I don't even know if the Lakers are giving him free reins to where Magic isn't the one talking to guys, where it's just like, hey, Luke, we just going to be back here waiting for free agents, and you got to do everything. Kind of like San Antonio, Pop has all the control. Brad Stevens have all the control, to where Danny Ainge knows how to step back and not be in the way. I'm not sure if Magic and Pelinka are giving him that space, but I think that, of course, they have to have better practice. But that's why you go and sign LeBron, the best player in the NBA. It's because you hope that he brings that championship pedigree to the young guys.
So but that's what I'm looking at, because obviously we're talking about defense and rebounding is the problem. Now, from coaching, the first few things you teach in your player is boxing out your man, especially if you're smaller. If you got a bigger guy on you, it's very easy to box out. If you push your butt to their knees, their lower knees, and push them back, if they jump over you, they're going to fall, or the ref is going to call the foul for you in your favor. That's just standard. So I'm saying, like, little things like that. I feel like in practice you're not drilling that in the player's ear, because we so focused on scoring 150 points a night. Like little things like that.
No, yeah, but Luke has to work on that, and I think as the season go on, the guys are going, they're still getting used to playing with each other, playing with LeBron and, doing all this. So that's why a lot of good teams are struggling now because you got to get back in that groove. You don't really have a true training camp because training camp is, a week or two. Then you playing some weak preseason games, and then it's like, let's play these real games. So
and everybody don't get there at the same time.
Yeah, everybody don't. Some people were just still nursing injuries, so you don't really get the full thing.
See, and that excuse is fine if you're the Warriors, but it's like you can't be 5-6, 11 games in on this tough Western Conference when it's 11 teams that can make the playoffs.
No, I agree with you. But, Danny, we're going to talk about it more next week. We got to get ready. Touchdown Tangents is after us. So, thanks for calling in, man. Hopefully you be in the building next week, man.
Stay dangerous.
We're going to try.
Yeah. All right, man.
Nah, you stay out there. Nah, don't stay dangerous on the fires. Hey, man, you be safe out there.
All right, man.
All right, peace.
All right. Hey, so, man, before we go, we thank you once again for listening to Courtside Radio with the starting five. Michael the PG is in the building.
Big Mike in the building. You already know what it is. Out of Pappy.
Yeah, hey, he the Pappy. He in the building. His little man was standing today. So,
on his own.
Yeah, he ready. He ready to hoop. We got to get him on the court. We thank you guys for listening. Good News Radio station, thank you for having us. Good News Sports, the movement is coming very soon. That's why we got Touchdown and Tangents next after us. I think it's a solo act today, so make sure you guys tune in. And for you guys, no Throwback Thursday Player of the Week, but I do have something for you guys to interact with us, for you guys to check out. Go on our Instagram now, Courtside Radio, and tell us, Prime, one has to go in their prime. One of these guys have to go. Tracy McGrady, Grant Hill, Scottie Pippen, or James Worthy. Go on Instagram, IG, hit us up, tell us who you think that has to go. We'll make sure we interact with you. Danny's going to be the one that's saying the craziest stuff. I'm going to be the one that's saying the right stuff. So,
Michael, who you got?
Who I got to go? To be real, I'm gonna have to. I hate to say it, I'm LA, but I'll let Big James go, man. I like what Pippen, T-Mac, and Grant Hill bring to the table.
Wow, I'm killing them.
Hey, sorry, Laker fans, but
Grant Hill, you out of here, bro. You out of here. Baby Jordan, my ass. Out of here, bro.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Courtside Radio, and
we out.
We are out.